Spring Fever Episode 5 begins with Jaegyu on the field. This scene recalls a conversation he had with Young-kyo earlier. Jaegyu says, "I can't be the leader of the brother team. I'm injured. Dong-kyo's grandmother, who is nearby, will play in my place and demonstrate her skills." Young-kyo says, "Okay." This scene takes place an hour earlier. Then we cut to 30 minutes later, where Yeonbum is arriving at the field. This scene recalls a conversation he had with Young-kyo earlier. Yeonbum first gives a long lecture about justice. Then she says, "I'll get straight to the point. I can't join the blue team. I'll stay on the white team. If I join the blue team, I don't know what my students will think of me." Young-kyo says, "Okay, do as you wish." Then we see the last scene from episode 4. Yeonbum arrives at the arena and tells the white team to get ready to win. Jaegyu and Ijin look at each other. Jaegyu comes to Hanjul and says, "What's the matter? You said he's on the blue team." Hanjul says Sejin told him, and she's not lying. Yoonjin also comes to Sejin and says, "You said he's on the blue team." Sejin says, "We didn't tell you, but what difference does it make whether he's on blue or white? You just have to make me win." Yeonbum says, "I wanted both you and Yeonbum to win. But Sejin says, I don't want the white team to win. Do you even know why you came to Seoul?" Yoonjin looks at her and says, "Did you already know?" Now Sejin remembers this scene. "I was at home. My parents were talking about Yeonbum, who he is. Whose daughter is she and what happened to her at school in the past. It's all about the affair." Sejin is nearby and overhears all this. In the present, she tells Ijin. Ijin tells her not to tell anyone about this. Sejin says, "Okay, I won't, but in return, you have to help the team win." In the next scene, we see the first match about to begin. Jaegyu wants to participate, but Hangul talks to her and says, "You can't do that." He even makes her promise. The first match was supposed to be a running match. Jaegyu wants to run, but Jinan is nearby and is taking her away. Yeonbum is the first runner. Yeonbum is on the white team, running, and Youngpae is on the blue team. Yeonbum sees Jaegyu standing at a distance. She thinks about it and then says, "He's not participating." She's shocked by this thought. Then the whistle blows, and the two run like this. Each of them has an object in their hands. Next, there are more teammates. They have to give them an object. Later, they too will run. This process continues. Everything goes well until Hangul's turn comes. But when he arrives, he leaves the blue team behind, but throws the object in his hand. By then, the blue team player had run away. A dog is nearby. The dog catches the object Hangul threw in its mouth. The white team player tries to pick up the dongs, but the dog doesn't give it up. Although he does give it later, it's to no avail. Sejin, holding the object in her hand, runs and wins the first match. The blue team players are overjoyed. Jin-won is also carrying Jaegyu. Yeonbum sees all this. In the next scene, Jaegyu is standing nearby. Yeonbum approaches and kicks his ankle. But it hurts. She tells him, "I know you were lying. Your ankle isn't hurting." Yeonbum says, "I know why you're not participating. I was angry with you earlier. Don't let your emotions get in the way. That's a different matter. Just focus on the game. You're Bomshik's father. Can't you win a medal for him?" Jaegyu Ha is about to speak, but Wesi remembers, "I promised Hangul that I won't participate in the game." He refuses. Yeonbum kneels down and says, "Think about Dompio's grandmother. Winning this medal is her dream. Now she can't participate in the game because her leg is hurting." But Jaegyu again remembers the scene with Hangul and says, "I won't participate." He then starts to leave. Yeonbum stops her and says, "Okay, I have one last thing to say. Then you can go." The next scene shows Nanhee talking to her fans and the media. Everything was going well at first. But then a reporter starts talking about her daughter, saying something that happened to her at school. He talks about an affair. But Nanhee says, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm feeling uncomfortable with all this. Don't ask any personal questions." We see Ijin approaching Yeonbum's desk with a drink. He places it there. But then he sees some food and realizes that Jaegyu had delivered it for her, and that Yeonbum had already eaten it. On a slip of paper, Jaegyu had written that it's not good to run on an empty stomach. So you should eat something. Ijin is deeply upset by this. He's now completely confident he can win the game. In the next scene, we see the second match about to begin. We see Jaegyu sitting alone, thinking. This scene recalls what Yeonbum had said to her. Yeonbum says, "To be honest, I'm not here for Bomsik or Donghyo's grandmother. I'm here to tell you something else." Later, she adds, "I need you." Jaegyu asks, "What did you say? Can you say it again?" She repeats it again. The second match is about to begin, where the white team and blue team will pull the ropes. It's about to begin, but then a boy sees Jaegyu and says, "That's not fair." Everyone then looks at Jaegyu, who is approaching the white team, realizing that he too will be participating. Yeonbis is overjoyed to see him. Everyone tries their best but can't do anything. Jaegyu and Ijin were looking at each other. They run and face each other. Ijin says, "I knew you would do this. You first make others believe in you and then betray them." But Jaegyu says, "I didn't betray anyone. You betrayed me." Now we go to the past, where we see Ijin. His classmates were beating him up, taking money. But then Jaegyu comes and beats these children. Jaegyu tells the children, "I consider Ijin my guru. He looks after my Hangul. If you even touch it next time, you'll see." The children then run away. In the next scene, we see Jaegyu doing his work. Ijin has a Hangul with him. He's reading a book. He was teaching Jaegyu. But Jaegyu says he doesn't want to go to college. He talks about the tuition fees. Ijun says he can pay. But Jaegyu refuses, saying he only wants to teach Hangul. In the present, we see Ijun pulling the rope. Jaegyu tells him, "I regret having taught us all that in the past. I shouldn't have done that." Jaegyu uses all his strength, pulls the rope, and helps his team win. Seeing this, the white team members are overjoyed. Hangul looks at Se-jin, who is upset. In the next scene, we see the same woman whose phone Jaegyu received earlier, named, "That Woman." She was saved with that name. She approaches Jaegyu's house, looking around. Just then, Jinan arrives and asks, "Who are you?" The woman says, "I've come to meet Jaegyu." "Where is he?" "Jinan told me there were matches going on at school. He's participating in them, should I call him?" But the woman says, "No, I'll call Jaegyu myself." In the next scene, she calls. But Jaegyu doesn't have his phone. He's kept it aside. In the next scene, the third match is about to begin. There are two lid-like objects ahead. They're hanging. Both teams are given stones. They have to hit the two objects in front of them and open them first. Jaegyu guides his team on what to do. The white team throws the stones. The blue team is also throwing them. When Yeonbum starts throwing the stones, Jaegyu stops her. He holds her hand and says, "You shouldn't hit like that. Do your wrist like this." Yeonbum corrects later. She hits the stone. But then Blue sees the team's lid and tells Jaegyu that it's about to open. Jaegyu takes the stone, throws it, and opens his own lid. Thus, the team wins. Jaegyu and Yeonbum are overjoyed. They shake hands repeatedly. Then, they see that woman nearby, who was watching all this. Hangul was looking at Se-jin, who was crying. The next scene shows Jaegyu at home, looking at the metal and cleaning it. Hangul is nearby and sees his uncle. He asks, "Why did you do this? You promised you wouldn't participate in the team. So why did you do it? I'm your family. I've made you many promises in the past, but you kept them all. But why did this happen this time? Why did you break your promise?" Jaegyu says, "I don't know. I don't know myself." He tells the man, "I know one thing. You deliberately wanted to lose. You threw that thing up. Why did you do that?" "I just wanted to see her smile." Jaegyu replies, "I feel the same way." He looks at his uncle. The next scene shows Eun-bom on the roof of her house. She dances for a long time because she won the game. After a scene with Jaegyu, she talks about how she won the game. Looking at Jaegyu's tree, she praises him and says he's cute, but then asks herself, "What am I doing?" Later, she recalls a scene where she said, "What else did we talk about when I told Jaegyu that I need you?" Jaegyu asked, "Why were you angry at me at that time?" Yeonbum says, "I'll tell you tomorrow, but you have to participate in the game and help us win." Yeonbum asks, "Why did I promise to tell him? What should I do now?" Se-jin's parents and her brother are at home. Se-jin's father is preparing for his press conference. Se-jin's mother plays the game Se-jin just played and how she won the first match. Just then, Se-jin arrives. She sees the family and asks, "Why are you crying? You wouldn't cry even if you failed the exam." Ijin tells Se-jin, "Don't worry. It was just a game. You should focus on your exam. I'll get you to first place." Sejin starts watching a video of her game and notices something. In the next scene, she's talking to Hangul. Hangul is handing over the medal and says, I don't want it. Hangul says that the match was nothing. You should just focus on your exams. The finals are coming soon. Then she remembers a scene from the video of when we won the race. Our team was so happy. But Hangul was also happy with us and was smiling. Later, she directly asks him, do you like me? In the next scene, we see Eunbum and Jae-gyu coming to meet Bomsik and showing him the medal. The doctor says, now you can take Bomsik. Who will take care of him? Both raise their hands. Jae-gyu says, I can take him. I raised Hangul before. I know how to do this. Eunbi says, I'm a teacher. I know everything. I'll take him. After much argument, Jae-gyu says, okay, you can take him. But I'll see him twice a week. Eunbum later signs the document. Jae-gyu says, you are going to tell me something. Eunbum looks at her watch and says, there are still 12 hours left. The next scene shows Aijin coming to meet Eunbum's parents. Nanhee is in the hospital and says, this is happening to me because of my daughter. People keep questioning me. That's why she's giving me a hard time. Now you have to do something. In the next scene, Aijin talks to his colleague, Sangtae, and says, we're going to be transferred to where Eunbum lives. Sangtae asks, why are you going there? What's there? Eunbum says, everything. Elsewhere, we see Jae-gyu and Eunbum with Bomsik, where Jae-gyu is building a house for Bomsik, a wooden one. He lets Bomsik do it. Eunbum doesn't know what to do. Jae-gyu helps her. Eunbum later examines Bomsik and asks, what's this here? It's bumpy. Jae-gyu says it has nipples. She gives Bomsik to Jae-gyu and says, I can't raise it. I made a promise at the time. If I hurt it, its mother might get upset. Jae-gyu asks if something is going on between her and her mother, but she doesn't say anything. Jae-gyu explains that parents always love their children and children should forgive their parents, no matter what. Eunbum takes Bomsik and says, I love you, on Bomsik's behalf. Jae-gyu was looking at Eunbum earlier. He also later says, I love you. Jae-gyu asks Bomsik, will you go hang out? Eunbum says okay on Bomsik's behalf. In the next scene, they're hanging out. Jae-gyu tells Eunbum, you have 1 minute left. Quickly, tell me why you got angry. I guessed something. I've seen you drunk in the past. Is that why? But she refuses. Jae-gyu says, I asked what happened with Seoul. Is that why? But she denies it. Jae-gyu then says, I crossed the line. Is that why? But she denies it again. Jae-gyu looks at his watch and says, 10 seconds left. Tell me quickly. Then, he starts counting and asks, then why did you get angry? She thinks first, then says, I was afraid I might cross the line myself. They look at each other, and the episode ends. We'll meet in episode 6. Until then, bye.